Hello and welcome again mga kaibigan sa You Shall Know the Truth. At ito po ulit si Erwin Silva, ang inyong lingkod. At ngayon naman po mga kaibigan, this is now the part 4 ng ating pinagstudihan na Wine of Babylon in Revelation 17. Okay po mga kaibigan, tayo po ay mag-start in verse 2 of this Revelation 17. Ito po, in whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth had been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Revelation 17 verse 2. At alam naman na po natin mga kaibigan, ito po ang woman na nakaride sa 7 heads and 10 horns beast is the Roman Catholic Church. Tinitignan nyo na po dyan mga kaibigan sa ating video na the woman in Revelation 17 and 18. At yung wine po dito mga kaibigan, alam naman po natin yan. Diyan po sa video nating part 1 nitong The Wine of Babylon of Revelation 17. Tignan nyo rin po ang mga videos dyan mga kaibigan. Kaya kung anong definition ng wine. At kung bakit na-drunk sila, it means they are confused of their doctrine. Ito po mga kaibigan, ito po ay mayroon pong connection sa tinatawag nating January 1 o New Year sa atin pa. Kasi po, sa part 3 po kasi atin pong tinalakay yung, ano ba yun? Valentine's Day. No, yung Valentine's Day po, that is the second month of the year. So, bakit po dinala ito? Kasi po yung second month of the year, which is February, was not the second month in the original nating calendar. That is the last month of the year. So, ano ba? Bakit ba nila ginawa pong second month po yan? At bakit yung January ginawa nilang first month? Instead po, there are only 10 names of a month in a year. So, yung 61 po dyan is no name po. Ibig sabihin may gap po. So, ito pong tignan mga kaibigan. Sin-insert naman po dito yan eh. Ito po yung Exodus chapter 12 verse 2. This month shall be unto the beginning of the month. It shall be a first month of the year unto you. So, meron talagang first month na inassign yung Panginoon every year, in a year. At yan po nung lumabas yung mga Israelites doon sa Egypt. Kasi po ito pong istorya ng Exodus chapter 2. This is the story kung saan po lumabas na po sila. At sa chapter 13 po, verse 4, ito po yung pangalan ng month na yon. This day came ye out in the month of Abib. So, may pangalan talaga yung anong month yun. Na-assign yung Panginoon. First month of the year. At ito po mga kaibigan, kung ano pa po ang ibig sabihin ng Abib. The month of Abib is an older Hebrew name for the month of Nisan. Ginawa lang po yan nilang name na Nisan yung first month that noong sila po ay nagiging bihag sa Babylonia within 70 years. Which corresponds to March to April in the Gregorian calendar. Yun pala yung first month ng Panginoon between March and April. So, hindi po January. So, paano po? Bakit nagiging January po yung ating first month ngayon? At yan po ang ating tatalakayin ng mga kaibigan at ating pong diskubrihan kung bakit nga ba January yung first month natin ngayon. Okay. The origin of our month dates back to the ancient Roman calendar that only had 10 months. So, may 10 months lang po yung pangalan. Ito po yung una-una po, tama po yung kanilang ginawa na March po talaga yung una-unang month. Ito po, Martius was the first month of the old Roman calendar and named after Mars, the god of war. Okay. Ito rin po, Aprilis derived from aperer. Aperta means open because it was flower bloom, and the month Aphrodite, goddess of love, our month of April ngayon. So, ika-second month po yan, yung April. Mayos, dedicated to Maya, one of the oldest goddess of Rome, that is May, third month. Juno was the fourth month, dedicated to the Etruscan goddess Juno, the goddess of marriage, that is June. So, apat po. So, yung iba po, yung remaining, month of the year acquired in the name based on numerical order. So yung quintiles po, that's 5th June, July po ngayon. Sextile po, that is August, ika-6 month. So mali po yung information na ating nakuha noon. Kasi naniwala ako noon na in-insert lang daw yung July at August because of the name of Augustus Caesar and Julius Caesar. That's not true. The original name of July and August was Quintilis and Sextilis po. So, nagiging ika-8 yung September kasi po ginawa po nilang first month yung January. No? So, hindi po in-insert yung July at August so that the September nag-move. Hindi po ganun. Ito po, September, that's means 7. Of course, the Septa, no? October, that is Octagon, means 8 talaga yan. And November, Nonagon, that is 9th. And December, is Decagon, that is 10th. So, yung the first 2 months were ignored, no? About 61 days. So, ibig sabihin yung February, meron po talagang 30 days, no? If you can see, if you count the month described above, no, yung binasa natin, the ignored months were in the winter. Yung taglamig daw yun. Tama naman, taglamig din naman po yung January. During the period that occupied this month was a festival period waiting for the spring. A significant gap, yun, may gap po na 60 days in the seasons was present to the passage of time. The solution to this problem was achieved with Numa Pompilius, the second king daw of Rome. Ito si Numa Pompilius, no? Adding the remaining 2 months, Januarius and Februarius, as the 2 missing winter months. So ito po, ibig po sabihin, bago po sila ulit pumunta ng March, there was meron pong 61 days muna silang i-observe before po babalik sa March yun. To complete the cycle of 365 days in a year. Yun po, so noong nag-king si Numa Pompilius, so binigyan na po niya ng pangalan yung gap na yun na 6 months. So dinivide niya po yun into 2 months, and that is Januarius and Februarius, at ngayon nga po, January po yan, at February po ngayon yan. Okay, bakit nga ba Januarius and Februarius yung pinangalan? Okay, ito po. Januarius dedicated to Juno, the god of gates, Janus, o Jano. Ibig sabihin po, that is the word Janus. No? The beginning of the year, January. Februarius, dedicated to Pluto, Februus, the god of hell, of the dead. That is February. So, dedicate po yan kay Pluto, although that was not came from the name of Pluto. That is, pag-alaman na po natin yun sa ating pong part 3 nitong Wine of Babylon. Na yung Februus po, that is came from yung tawag nilang Latigo. No? Nung Valentine's Day, mayroon kasi silang nilalatigo during Lupercalia, I mean, no, na celebration, and then na-rename o dyan po na Valentine's Day. So yan po, yung pangalan po na January came from Janus, at ito po ay inadapt na lang po ni Pope Gregory the 13th. Niyang renevise niya yung calendar. Actually po, wala po siyang part ng pag-revise ng calendar kasi hindi naman siya yung nag-revise niyan eh. Pinangalan lang po sa kanya yun kasi siya po ang pinakamatanyag na tao noong ginawa po itong Gregorian calendar. At yan po ay sa susunod naman natin po yung topic, no? Thus, Pope Gregory III introduced a revised calendar in 1582 in addition to solving the issue with leap year. So yun po, leap year. Kaya po yung February nawala po yung 30 days kasi po napunta po kay August. That's why yung July at saka yung July at saka August, meron pong both 31. Kasi po yung isa dun sa February kinuha po. So nagiging 29 and then nag-leap year, nag-add po ng 1 day. Instead of 31, nagiging 29 na lang. Yung February. Okay. The Gregorian calendar restored January the 1st as the start of the new year. Yun, na-restore niya. From Numa Pompilius to Julius Caesar, of course, January yung beginning of the year nila, no, until Pope Gregory, no, the Gregorian calendar, inadapt na rin po yung January 1 as the New Year. So bakit nga ba inadapt nila yung January 1 as a New Year instead of March po? Kasi yun po yung gusto ng Panginoon. March talaga yung ating dapat i-observe of the first month. Tingnan niyo po mga kaibigan. Bakit nila ginawa na January 1? Kasi meron silang observation na 40 days and 40 nights fasting until Easter Sunday. At yun po ang ating tatalakayin sa susunod nating video mga kaibigan. Kung saan nanggaling yung Easter Sunday na yan at yung 40 days and 40 nights fasting nila. Kaya po to resolve yung para po ma-insert nila ang kanilang mga feast. No? So, renevise nila yung first month of the year. Ginawa na lang nilang January. At ito po mga kaibigan, if you observe the January 1 as New Year, ibang God po yung inyong wini-welcome dyan. At nakakapangilabot po, hindi po God of the creation yung inyo pong sineselebrate dyan, kundi that is the God, Janus. At ito po ang ating mababasa mga kaibigan. The Biggest Secret, page 108 by David Icke. Ito po. Peter is supposed to be the custodian of the key to heaven. So, yun po yung kiniklaim ng mga Catholic because of passage na mababasa sa Matthew 16:18. Pero ano bang ibig sabihin nun? But this is just a rerun of the mystery school symbol of the two-faced God, Janus. Yun. Si Janus pala, two-faced God. So, custodian to the key of the temple of wisdom and the key of heaven and held by Mitra. So, si Janus at si Mitra ay isa lang. No? Two-faced ko siya. Ibig sabihin, he is the God of the past and he also the God of the present. Yun po. If you celebrate January 1, you are celebrating the God of the past and the God of the present. Ibig sabihin po, if you celebrate January 1, you are acknowledging Janus as your God of that within a year. Nabubulagan na po tayo mga kaibigan. No? And Janus was Ianos, a title for Nimrod. Yun. Isang tao lang pala to. Back to the Babylon din pala to si Janus na ito. Nimrod in Babylon. The gold and silver key of St. Peter Alleg's successor, the Pope, are symbols of the secret doctrine. The Pope and those who control them know what all this stuff really means. So, of course, alam nila. Alam ng Pope yan. Gold and silver are precious metals used to symbolize sun and moon. So, ibig sabihin po mga kaibigan, hindi po Diyos ng Creator. O hindi po Diyos na nagkatawang tao upang isalba yung mga fallen race. Ang wina-worship natin or wini-welcome natin on January 1, that is not Jesus Christ whom you worship. You are worshiping Janus by celebrating the January 1 New Year. And that was a New Year for God. So kung yung gagawin nyo yan, sabihin nyo nga, we are celebrating New Year, January 1, para sa pagpasalamat kasi po, umabot tayo ng ganyan year. No. You are blinded by Satan. Kasi po, yung New Year ng Panginoon, nagre-reflect po dyan sa sanctuary. And that was the Passover feast. At yung Passover feast po, it was nailed it to the cross. So, ibig sabihin, wala na pong New Year kang dapat i-celebrate because that New Year, new life, and that was from Christ's resurrection. Kasi po, because of His death, no, nagkaroon po tayo ng bagong buhay. Yun pong ibig sabihin nun. That's why Hindi mo na po kailangan mag-celebrate ng New Year. If you are accepting Christ, you are a new man na. So, hindi mo na kailangan every year i-celebrate nyo na nagiging safe ka always within that year. That's why nag-celebrate ka before the year was end. Hindi po, everyday po, you are always safe. Everyday po, you are always praying to Jesus Christ every morning that you are still alive. Not every 1 year. Not every January 1 ka lang mag-celebrate. O bibigyan mo ng, diyan ka magbibigay ng pasasalamat sa Panginoon. Ano ba kayo? Everyday ka dapat magpasalamat, not every year lang. Once in a year. Saan ba pumunta yung kukuto nyo mga kaibigan? You are deceiving by this hope. The 13. By observing January 1 as a new year, you are worshiping the God Janus, and that is the God of Babylonian God, people, Babylonian priest, and that was Nimrod, the false God. Yun po mga kaibigan, New Year is not now. Hindi po yan the first month ng Panginoon, kundi po that is the first month of the pagan religion. Ulit po, ito po si Erwin Silva, and you shall know the truth.